back to Genfanad. We go. Do stuff. We are level 13 now. I was looking into the enemies that are level 13. And there are 3 of them. There's baby fire elementals, which unsurprisingly drop a bunch of fire cards and such, which I think could be good to have. The heated extraction here, which extracts a bar of iron, uses 3 for each one. So that could get expensive. And the third one, potentially the most interesting, is the Forgotten Artisan, who is up in a dungeon that we kind of technically have access to, but apparently did not figure it out previously. It has a lot to do with the You Shall Not Pass Go quest, where there is a dungeon over here in the northern ruins that we need to get inside of. Previously, we found what looked like the entrance. Let's see if we can actually get in there now. Here's some behelmed goblins. Not sure if you're not sure why he's protecting something he doesn't use. And a lightly protected goblin couldn't afford the metal armor. Wild. You can see that they are gray here, since they're much lower combat than us. That's good information to have. Also go pick up all these blooms here. Hey, sizable chunk of dew currently. We can, whenever we make our way back over to Coin, we can go and pick up some more experience, I suppose. A reasonable idea. Because we still need much more experience in all kinds of things. Here's some forest spiders, which we didn't bother with fighting because they don't have as good drops as other things. Those are also level 12. Walk in here and get that too. Oh, a bit here with Evelyn Bailey. That's who we are doing the quest for here. Get a refresher of what's going on. I know I said I understood, but what if I forgot? You need to find a way into the ruins. Find whatever artifacts you can, bring them back to me for study. Entrance is just west of here. The first step will be finding a way inside. Okay. Got a person here. Level 12 goblins. But not the mage ones, so according to the wiki, they don't drop the shield recipe that we got. Which we're not using yet because we don't have 15 defense. It's all a work in progress. All a work in progress. It's just to the west of here, they say. I think we found the entrance before. It's just, like they said, a matter of being able to get inside. We can try to figure that out ourselves. So we're here near the cliche guard, a squirrely grave robber. Here is the trapdoor. Guard was easy enough to get past, but nevertheless, the way is shut. Guard. If 1 + 1 is 2, and 5 + 5 is 10, go to Cliche Guard Academy for this. So then she leaves, goes to get the manager, comes back and says they're not in the store. Well, hey, what can I do for you? You're the guard of the ruins, right? Aren't you supposed to be guarding? Eh, they only pay me enough to stand here. Fair. And also have a squirrely grave robber. What are you up to? Robbing graves? Psst, you there. Yeah? Looking to enter those ruins over there? Yes. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. One's being guarded by that cliche fella? I might be curious. Why? Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but the guard ain't too good at guarding. The real problem is the door. So I have seen, yes. I'm guessing you have a plan to get inside? Indeed I do. I just so happen to be handy with a lockpick. Call it a trick of the trade. Word is, there's some real treasure down in those ruins. Those cliche folks bought the rights so they could take it all for themselves, but they forgot about the Forgotten. The Forgotten? What's that? The people that used to live in these parts. The ruins were their home, I think. Don't remember the details. Seems odd that cliche can buy a historic site, but I guess that's the world we live in. Yeah, well, it won't matter who owns the rights. The two of us can get inside, if you catch my meaning. The two of us? Specifically you. See, I'm good with a lockpick, but I ain't too good with a weapon. The Forgotten aren't strong, but they'd still make quick work of me. If I unlock the door, you think you can loot it for us? I only want 10%. What do you say? Sure. I knew I was right about you. I saw you coming over here, and I said to myself, that one's the one. You're gonna go far, kid. Just wait right here a minute. The grave robber skulks over to the ruin entrance, pulls something out of his pockets. The guard doesn't seem to notice. He's really not guarding very well, is he? Before long, you hear a tiny click, and then he returns. There you go, friend. Should be all set. I'll wait here for you to come back with my share. Don't even think about pulling one over on me. I know people, see? Alright. And the fact he was saying stuff about him not being good with a weapon, there's probably enemies down here. This is where we were going to go find the new level 13 enemy we're going to fight. Trapdoor swings open as the grave robber said it would. No, we probably should have brought food. Would have been a good idea. Forgotten Mason. Made of stone, you wouldn't stand a chance. Giant rats. Well, there's a whole place down here. Let's go get some food. Probably should have been slightly more prepared here. Ah well. And don't know how much of this dungeon we're going to be messing with. Those guys are level 17 and the level 10 rats in there. Seems to be a mid-level dungeon by all expectations. We will see. We will see. It would probably be worth our time to not run into these forest spiders, firstly. that'd be a good step. Don't do that. Don't get assaulted by forest spiders. Immediately gets assaulted by forest spider. And we made it. I'm gonna count that as a win. I'm gonna count that as a win. We should be able to walk right past these goblins. Still need to get exactly the information about how... Oh, no. They're still attacking me. Yeah, they're only level 7, though. I guess aggression is aggression. Not too worried about them, since we got the whole... We are level 13 going for us. Some low-quality Crimson Snakeberry. Berry is both poisonous and venomous. Don't get bit. My goodness. Let's not have a poisonous, venomous berry. Wild stuff out here. Got some blue frogs. Yeah, definitely more enemies. Not as many options at level 13 as we had at level 12. I think at least doing some at the fire elementals would probably be a good idea, just to get some more fire cards and all that. At this stage, we're more saving up for potential magic reworks. I'm sure we will actually get to that eventually. Now, let's get some food here. And since we currently have flat stats, our best bet is regular platters. I want to go all platters. Might be excessive. I don't know how many things we're going to want to pick up down here. Depends how much we try to explore in here too, I guess. Oh, it should be good. That should be good. Let's get into that cave. Looking very exciting. See what artifacts and such we can pilfer. Or if we actually be a more beneficial force in this dungeon. Signs point to probably not going to happen like that, but you never know. Maybe things could go all right. Not the typical thing though. Mostly when you go into a dungeon, you're there to fight some things. Or optimistically try to run past very high level things, which does not go well most of the time. That's another good reason to be getting our combat levels up, so we can actually get to some places for other quests. The real question is, how helpful is it going to be like getting to like 20? So we wear iron, like maybe 25. It's probably the plate iron set. We don't have the recipes for that though, so that's a whole nother situation as we level up here. Lots of things to consider. But yeah, there's some enemies that are incredibly strong. I don't think there's really damage negation. Some enemies were hitting us for like 20 pluses. And there's no way we're going to be getting to 60 plus vitality. Mostly due to the exponential experience scaling. At least not for a very long time. So, we will worry about things that are closer to our level for right now. Like the guys down here in this dungeon. And a giant rat. And the giant rats are aggressive. Okay, that's fine. Well, we can get some experience while we explore at least. Do I want to pick up the giant rat? Probably not. Here's a door over here. It's back there. Forgotten Knight level 20. So it seems a bit rusty. I don't want to mess with them. It's kind of strong. So these are the Forgotten. Really cool. We're just going to get a little experience. Like fight stuff. Got Forgotten Masons level 17. Forgotten Foot Soldiers level 16. Seems to be mostly the Forgotten. The level 13 enemy was the Forgotten Artisan. They should be around here somewhere. Let's see if they're aggressive. That's the next question. We're kind of invading their whole underground civilization business. Yeah, seems like no. Oh, seems like yes. This guy's just facing the other direction, so he doesn't care. Right, he's level 16. Need to be a little bit cautious here. Our armor is pretty good, so it could be okay here. We're fighting a little bit above our weight class. 13 versus 16. So that should mean we're going to get bonus experience here. 84. Not crazy. There's a Forgotten Messenger. More foot soldiers. Alright. This is why we brought plenty of food. Forgotten Mason. We got Mason, Messengers, Warriors, Soldiers, Messenger. Armor's doing fine. Got a big cool statue over there. Goddess Grinda statue. Go for this messenger here. Plaque reads, Grinda the Indomitable. Banner high, coven, shielding, weapons drawn, ground unyielding. Here's a messenger. It is balled up in its rotted fist. Ah, so they're less the distance here and more kind of zombies. potentially. He's got a rotted fist. I mean, they could still be... They could be more functional zombie kind of guys. Journal entry, tooth. Don't need a tooth, really. Here's a journal entry. We got that from a messenger? Okay. That makes sense. More masons over there. Well, let's read the first journal entry. We drove out the corporation. Oh, we're getting attacked by a mason level 17. That's not great. Let's see if we can heal here. See if we can deal with this. We're still not taking a huge amount of damage. We need to be careful, though. Anything that can hit a 5 could destroy us with great speed. Some stone rubble. I don't really need stone rubble. We drove out the corporation for the great entry and guard room and took the first hall. Jeff took an arrow to the knee. Of course he did. Alright. Let's see if we can find more messengers or something. Because there was one in here that was different than all the other enemies. We also need to be careful about getting our health dropping lower. Because then, if something attacks us, they can more likely kill us. Let's try to finish off this soldier here. Dropped a low quality bronze chain. Let's see if we can get further up this way. Oh, there's a messenger over there. Oh, get attacked by him. We got messenger level 17 there. Forgotten artisan. Oh, these are way in here. I'm gonna kill you in many very creative ways. Take that chain body. Take food. Let's get this messenger. We got more masons in here. If we just kill the messengers, should be good. We're probably gonna have more of the messages that make the most sense. So far we are surviving fairly effectively in this hostile location. Doing, I would say, okay. The enemies don't seem to be hitting very hard. We can hit like 8s, so it's dangerous out here. Could be a lot down to the enemy rebalancing that they did do. Drill 2, this guy in here. Away from all these masons. Let's head this way. So, entry 2. I wonder in what age these words will see light. Yesterday, being the 10th of November. And we're under 12 health. Well, even if we have 12 health, these 4s could instantly give us a cyan dye. It's interesting. Try to get further in here. What we got here? Forgotten Researchers, level 15. What is it? This is an extensive location, my goodness. Forgotten Squires. Forest Spiders. Alright. Oh, he's aggressive. The power of books will conquer all. Okay. Yeah, I'm not feeling particularly unsafe being down a few health. That could very quickly bite us. Just bones. We'll heal 5. That's worth it. Spiders there. More messengers. Let's run in here. There's another artisan. Oh, there's a messenger. He's level 18. Got all sorts of different sections. Like, there's the more building-y parts, and then there's the more earthen areas. Interesting. Concerning. Probably fine. Low-quality false teeth. Probably don't need that. No more foot soldiers here. He's level 18. We'll go for it. It's orange. Still not doing much damage, though. We're doing okay. We're pushing our luck, though, I'd say. Now we're getting lower on health. Back in combat. Perfect. Alright. Hey, he's doing some damage. Journal entry 3. Let's heal again. 4 spiders. 3 on squires. 4 spiders. I think this is the back way towards where the knights are at. Yeah, they're level 20 though. Don't really want to mess with them. What does entry 3 say? Can't do that in combat. What a fascinating entry. Cannot stay. Cannot stay. They have taken the deed and our dignity. So these are the artisans. Don't think we're going to be messing with them. This is not a ideal location. Their drops aren't super impressive. I mean, there's some nature cards. That's interesting, at least. Spiders. So it's further back in here. We're getting some experience in here, at least. Just a little bit. Have used much more food than other options. I don't know what we can even do with a dye. It's an inspiring cyan color. More nature cards. Want to get some nature cards? This seems like a fantastic spot for that. So it's back in here. Flesh is visibly sloughing with the oldest thing here. Oh boy. The quest boss at the end of the dungeon. That seems pretty reasonable. 22 though. Doesn't sound like the best idea. We managed okay against level 18. Can we get away with this? It seems potentially foolish. Or incredibly foolish. As long as we can survive a few rounds of combat. Let's see what else is in front of him first. There's baby fire elementals. That's what we're after for another thing. This is a terrible location for them then. Hopefully we could find a better spot. Because even just getting in here to only fight the elementals would be an absolute pain. With all these other aggressive enemies that we don't really want to fight. Baby fire elementals level 13. Yep. I mean, it's a good room for them. I'll give you that. Lots of them here. Are they in the location? Baby fire elementals. Yeah. There's other places that aren't quite so annoying to get to. There's a forgotten knight. There's multiple forgotten knights, and then question marky boy. Yeah. Do we chance it? Do we go for it? Seems foolish. As they say, YOLO. How much damage can you do? 4s. That's terrible. That's terrible news. Alright, we're not doing much damage either. We can get 2 heals in. 6s! Wow! Never mind. 6s, that is potentially instant death. Do we really need to wait till we have, like, at least 19 Constitution then? Or Vitality, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's above our pay grade right now. 22. He had a 6. Don't love that. I mean, I guess since we're here, we can fight some maybe fire elementals. We still need to have enough food to get back out of the dungeon, though. But, of course, we can also just not stay in the entire fight. It's not necessary. Let's see what we can get here. We can get fire cards, sometimes fist cards. Looks like we need a lot of rock cards, too. I mean, there's going to be other elementals. That's also an option. Like rock elementals or something. We'll just fight some fire guys for a bit here. That should work out nicely for us. Since we're here. We can also go try to get more of the nature cards. I don't think those do anything yet. Yeah, water, earth, technology card? Question mark? Water, fire, earth, and fist cards here. Sometimes they don't drop anything. It's also unfortunate. What kind of card was that? Sorcery. Sorcery. How are we doing on health? Fine. They drop a lot of fire cards. We can say that at least. It is a technology card. Wild. For the wood chipper spell. Very cool. I think we can fight quite a few of these guys here. Fire will be useful in the future. I think we just kind of chill here for a little bit. The real question is, how many food do we want to keep for getting out of here? Probably like at least 6. We can always fight some more guys on our way. What are these, 50 experience each? That seems a little low. I think we're getting more experience from previous things. Fire Elemental, level 13. Looks like they should be giving more experience than that. We're level 13. Weird. Maybe Fire Elemental. Base experience is 55.2, it says. Should be getting the base experience here. Of course, everything might have changed too, so can't be too surprised. Definitely level 13. They're definitely level 13, so. I mean, if we went and fought something level 12, it would give us even worse experience. So. However, things are being calculated out here. This is fine. And I don't know if we're gonna just all the fire cards all the way. There'd be a lot of fighting these guys. A lot of fire cards. Could almost just go back to hogs again, maybe. Again, we don't really need that much food right now either. We're doing pretty okay in that front. And I'm not even gonna go chance fighting question mark guy again. 22 is just too strong. That's definitely the goal here though, in this dungeon, obviously. Pretty brutal though. It's like 4 levels higher than the Journal 3 messenger. And 4 levels is pretty substantial, all things considered. When do we think we want to try that again? Maybe at level 15, we have the full plate set. Get hit a little bit less. But then again, if he can hit a 6, if we have less than 19 health at the start of the combat, death is a possibility. That really does kind of limit the design space here. If an enemy can hit 1/3 of your health, you can't realistically fight it. I mean, yeah, with your defense and random for the actual damage it does, you probably wouldn't die. Like, we probably wouldn't die against an enemy that can hit 5s. And honestly, this far back in, death is kind of a detriment. Just for all the distance we'd need to go if we wanted to get back here. So, I don't know. What I do know is I need to pick up these fire cards. We keep on clicking additional fire elementals instead of picking our drops up. There we go. Up to 74 now. Pretty good. I don't think these nature cards even do anything right now. We're gonna keep those as a bank slot for only 4 of them. Probably not. Seems like not the best idea. Fire cards. They're dropped by a lot of different things. This is a much higher level though. Future update. With our current bank situation, maybe not. That's another potential question for the future. There's some plans for making different styles of combat, like crushing with maces, slashing with swords, etc. So would that mean that there might be still use for having the chain set? Hopefully not, because that would just take up so much space in the bank. Just keeping a bunch of different weapons is already a lot. If you want to keep your full chain set and your full plate set, that could get excessive pretty quick. You wouldn't need more than the 2 sets though, probably. Until they get like the regular leather set and then the furred leather set and then something for magic at some point. That's not a thing yet. 2 more food here and then we'll start heading out. Yeah, probably not going to keep the nature cards in the bank right now. Hey, there's Vitality 16. So now, if we start a fight at full health, something that can hit 5s can't kill us. It could get dicey though, for sure. And we also don't know if 6s is even his max, so we can't be too confident even if we came back with 19 health. And 19 is definitely a big investment. Maybe like 64,000. So like we'd almost need twice as much combat done before we get there. I mean, even just any 1 additional health is still pretty good. Increases your chances of not being killed at least. Really a lot of things to consider to go into whether or not you would actually have a good chance of survival. Like, right now, can hit 5s, 100% chance of success. Assuming that it doesn't hit like all 5s in a row and we chug 2 food. I don't think these quite would heal high enough that we could get away with that indefinitely. But then if you take defense and random number on their end too, 6s are looking more and more possible. I think we definitely want to come back with at least the plate set. That seems the most reasonable idea. How much do we really want the fire cards? I think we've seen like tons and tons of fire cards just in shops. So apparently other people don't want them too much. Feel that? Or they've just got tons of them available. Yeah, maybe fire elementals here. They're the most common droppers. And then other things are much higher level. I guess if you are strong enough, or have like better stats and everything. I mean, look at this table here. The next thing that really drops fire cards is level 29. So we might be better off just doing this here right now. We can also buy the cards for 22 each. So that seems like a lot for a card shop. Elemental, fire, and water cards. There's 3 different card shops. Water for 11, wind for 7, elemental for 20, fire for 22, water for 11, and earth for 18, fist for 20, wind for 7. So we got like what? Earth, wind, fire, water, fist, and elemental. Those are most of the actual cards that actually do anything. So technically with money you could basically get away with doing that. And all of these here. I don't think anything sells the technology card though. So wood chipper would be actually something you need to worry about. That puts the value of heat extraction kind of high. It takes 6 cards to do that. It does get you an iron bar though. I guess the other question would be, does it give all the experience that you would get for the mining and the smelting portion? Because the smelting is the best part, by far. I think just to not have to spend 20 something, I think it's exactly 22. Yeah, 22 coins per fire card. It's probably worthwhile to just train to 13s here. Well, we're at 13s. Train to 14s here. I think that, yeah, the other things at level 13 are not as exciting. And we really don't need to go back to boars right now either. I think this is probably our best bet. Let's go see if we can find a better spot. They're here in the dungeon. This is obviously not where we want to stay. Let's get out of here. Fighting stuff on our way out. Like this squire here. Yeah, we could have come in here at level 12. That would have been even more difficult, since we would have been level 12. Still fine though. We really don't want to mess with the knights in here either. Since they're level 20. I can't see, these guys even gave more experience. Is that 54 for them? How does that compare? These are only level 12 Forgotten Squire guys. regularly would give 60. 54. I don't have a death card. Another card that doesn't actually do anything yet. Not too worried about it. I'll probably just sell these things to a shop. Also, what do dyes do? If I look into that. Potentially can be used for dyeing things, obviously. Change the color of your clothes and hair. 3 dye to change the color of your shirt, 2 for pants, and 1 for hair. Get them from monster drops. And it comes from the monsters of the same color, as you might expect. And black dyes are from boss monsters. Ooh, fancy. There's a lot of different dyes from a lot of different things. Just pick up some stuff we can just sell to a shop when we get out of here. I don't really need to dye anything. Could be potentially valuable loot, depending on what color. Like, mostly the black dye, I would think. You can get them from... You can get different colors of things from all sorts of different stuff. Not to worry about that. We got 1 fist card here, too. That's something, at least. Nice, it's back over here. Let's get out of here. Technically, we got plenty of food. We could keep fighting things. I don't think that's super necessary. We are getting close to an attack level, though. Well, I think there is a new weapon for us. We get another attack here. Let us find a better spot. I mean, this is a decent spot for all your combat training purposes. Overall, pretty good idea. Let's take that to sell to. I mean, I guess, do we have a pile of departed rats? I think we might. I'm gonna go check in the bank. Let's see if we can turn in these bits of knowledge. I don't think the grave robber really cares about journal entries. There's more of the ruins to explore, friend. You don't look bruised enough to have seen it all. I'm going right here when you got my share of the treasure. Maybe the boss will drop some treasure. And I think we're plenty bruised. We went through 15 plates of food in there. It was a whole situation, clearly. Let's see if we can go talk to Evelyn. Bit of information about what happened in here. Drove the corporation from the great entry and guard room. Took the first hall. Jeff took an arrow to the knee. Wonder what age these words will see light. Yesterday, the 10th of November. We cannot stay, we cannot stay. They have taken the deed and our dignity. Yeah. So this is all about cliche and all that. Interesting. Seems the writer of this script was once the ruler of these people, though it's possible his account isn't factual. According to him, the Cliché Corporation is responsible for driving them out. But it can't have been very long ago, can it? How long has Cliché been incorporated? It's funny. I realize I don't know, actually. At least as long as I've been alive. Fascinating developments, in any case. Let me know if you find anything else. What am I supposed to be doing? Go in the dungeon, find me any historical artifacts. Aye, aye, ma'am. And he speaks of delight and of dismay. Casa de Bloom. That must be what they called the ruins, or whatever it was before. Bureaucrats, financial freedom, whatever became of these people, doesn't sound as though fate was terribly kind to them. Thank you again, traveler. That's another piece of the puzzle, at least. And we are looking for artifacts. Here's a third one. This page isn't very tattered at all for an artifact. Relatively recent, perhaps? And rather depressing material, I must say. You can't be a historian without reading a few sad stories. Let's leave this one with me. We need to go get more artifacts. We killed all the messengers and lots of the other enemies that didn't drop anything particular. So I think we really do need to get to the boss after that. Well, boss in quotation marks for sure. He's level 22. Stronger than everyone else there, at least. Goblin, what are you doing? Just trying to walk past. Why you gonna be like that? Why you gotta be like that? Alright. 3 fire elementals. What drops here? Can be found in the Zamak Ruins dungeon, where we already were. South of the Ranger's Wall. Over near Coin. That could work. And southeast of Coin. Looks like the same spot. I think this linked to same spot. Let's get up to the bank here at least. I mean, I guess if we're going to Coin, we just go this way. And the shop is also over there too. So this will be good. For the Ranger's Wall. I think just this way over here by Coin's probably the best. Let's make our way over that way. Finish getting this level at least. Or all these levels. Decent up for vitality. Yeah, I think we won't try that boss again until we have our entire plate set. Because that'll be totally worth it. Alright. Over to Coin. Got a general store and bank right next to each other. It's a good spot to be. It's a good spot to be. $278. Yeah. Hyperlinks here in the wiki are at the same spot. Let's see if we can get to the Ranger's Wall. There it is. South of the Ranger's Wall and southeast of Coin. Yeah, that's like the same place. Maybe we'll find a whole bunch of them over there. I guess we'll find out very soon here. And with the amount of experience we have until the next level, we could probably just bring our weapon over there. We do have 2 options, though. That's an interesting dilemma. Not much of a dilemma, really. Something to consider. Yeah, plenty of fire cards will be had here. So that'll be good. That'll be good. And the fire elementals don't really drop a whole bunch of different things. So we can definitely get away with bringing plenty of food with us. That'd be nice. Yeah, they drop some colored dyes very rarely. And also a low quality chalice, which is just a thing worth a lot of money. 20 coins. That's still pretty good. Let's sell some stuff. Got some low quality bronze chains as drops. That's got some value. 7? Eh, could be worse. Oh, you can't sell the dyes. Okay. Just sell this 1 copper. Don't really need that. 7 for a death card. 2 for nature cards. That's alright. We don't really need to be stacking up dyes right now, so we'll just drop this. That'll be fine. And we did not have fire cards in here before, so that's another space. And we do have some rats. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that went through a sizable chunk of food there, I guess. But shouldn't be taking as much damage. And let's go see what we're working with here. as far as number of fire elementals. Says there should be 8 and 5. We'll see which of these is actually the truth. Definitely easier to walk over this way than through an entire dungeon. That's for sure. Let's see what we're working with. There is the ranger. Here is baby fire elementals. Looks like they're significantly spread out over here. That's definitely not as good. Now there's more over this way. It's like a target practice area. Alright. So we are going to get plenty of experience here and get lots and lots of fire cards. It's gonna be a great time. Here we go. Hey, look. 14 attack. Alright, there we go. With that level, we can go get new weapon. And it's actually new weapons, plural. There is 2 things at level 14 attack. Interesting. Yeah, could be spread out more, but that's fine. Need a round potato planter? Meh. We'll be fine. So we're going to go and test both of them, I suppose. It's an interesting situation with 2 weapons here. They do have pretty big difference between the 2. One of them, well, we're right here. We can look at the weapons. It's gonna be great. Open bank here. We'll store the mace, take out the longsword, and the warhammer. Previously with the mace, it had 13 aim and 16 power. The longsword has 18 aim and 18 power. So, better in all ways. So that's pretty cool. And then the warhammer has 25 aim and 25 power, but it's 2-handed. So we lose out on all the shield stats. So with this, it's 18, 23, 64. And with this, it's 25, 30, 48. So a lot less armor, but significantly stronger. So, in situations where we're only taking some damage, we could probably get away with the warhammer. Let's try the longsword first, though. The main situation is going to be how spread out the elementals are here. There is a good spot where we could fight 3 of them, all spawning nearby. We'll see if that continues with having stronger weapons here. Having stronger weapons definitely is helpful. And we'll also see how much of a difference all the shield's defense gives us. Let's get strength XP instead. Really good idea. And more blooms are here. That's great. Wonder what our max hits would be with both of these. They're definitely a bit stronger, all things considered. So, we will see how we can do. The mace was definitely packing more into damage than accuracy. That's some food here. So this is the spot with 3 of them. So we go in with the longsword. Hit 5. It's probably fine. I mean, it's definitely better than the mace was, at least. because stats-wise, that's just how it is. I don't think there's attack speed or anything either. Or damage types or anything. We can just get away with whack and stuff. With the sword. It really is going to come down to the question of how much use to get out of defense. Especially if we're going to be trying to go back to the dungeon boss there. Let's see if we can kill everything before anything respawns. That's the main... it's coming back already. Yeah, killing things quickly enough that you're waiting for spawns. That's kind of the max. Now let's wield the Warhammer. Hit a 9 right off the bat. That might be a new max hit at least. We're just swinging this with both hands. Wild stuff. Yeah, it's got a lot more stats. So, in situations where you're not taking damage, this is definitely a better idea. This guy's just spawning in. Yeah, I think this will get the job done very nicely. Just kind of sitting around here. We want to get at least 2 not waiting for respawns. Or if we're waiting for respawns, that's fine. If we wanted to, we could probably go to another spawn, but I think even at this point, traveling to a 4th spawn would actually take longer than just waiting for them to respawn here. So I think we're gonna go with the Warhammer here. Should be pretty good. Alright. But we will keep the shield and everything in case we want to use that again. Alright. Looks good. Now we just need to train our skills to 14. And there is 14 strength. Can definitely feel that we're taking more damage since we're eating all these food. And speaking of food, we can go get a more special kind since we're now strength based. So that's something. But I think at least here the Warhammer is fine. Going from 64 to only 48 armor. That's a drop for sure. Definitely would want the shield in more dangerous situations. But for now, Warhammer good. 1 more level to gain. And the final fiery boy, maybe fire elemental. There it is, 14 defense. And now we are melee level 14. So we need to figure out some level 14 things to do. But that's for later. For right now, we're gonna go to the bank and see how many total fire cards we have. Because we got quite a few. We got quite a few here. These could be very useful. Eventually. Possibly. Saves us from having to purchase them for, was it 22 each or something? That's a lot. That's a lot. Would rather not do that currently. Literally couldn't. Don't have that much gold. By almost 1,000 fire cards. Wow. Alright. So total fire cards, 1,018. Yeah, we got like 4,500 coins. That's nowhere close. And now also 80 fist cards. That's pretty good. Away the food. Away that. Alright. So there you go. I think if we just do a little bit more training, we should be able to go have another attempt at the dungeon quest boss. I got a few things that I would like to have better for equipment first. And we can accomplish all that next time. Goodbye.